Hey, what's up you guys? Yes, welcome back to another creepy video. Now I want you to think of something scarier than your childhood. Oh wait, childhood is scary for so many reasons. Your body's going through changes that you don't understand. Your parents are constantly telling you to do your chores and grounding you. And then on top of that, you have to deal with the idea that there might be a monster waiting for you in the closet. There's just a lot. So today we're going to be going through some of the scariest childhood myths, and some of them we're even going to test out. So let's start with the first one, which is something that kept me up every single night. The Boogeyman. Now I'm sure when you were a kid, you remember walking around the house in the dark, checking every single closet for monsters. For me, I could not even go to sleep until I checked every single nook and cranny of my house. Then you get to bed and you cover your head with a blanket and you pray to God that that monster doesn't find you. Now the Boogeyman is a monster that's particularly scary because it doesn't really have a face. He has the outline of a man, but when you look, you can't see any features. And that's what makes it the scariest, because you don't know where he's looking. Now the Boogeyman likes to feast on your fears. He likes to haunt you in your nightmares. If you're afraid of the dark, he'll become the dark. If you're afraid of spiders, he'll release spiders all over your room and let them crawl all over you. And many people believe that the Boogeyman is actually a demon. And the reason he's wearing that big robe is because he's hiding his demon form. Now there are thousands of people online that claim to have witnessed or heard the Boogeyman. Here's just one of the creepiest stories I could find on Reddit. When I was young, I was sleeping in between my parents for whatever reason. I woke up and I remember the clock reading 4 a.m. There was something standing by the window, looking out into the front yard. It was a man in a brown wool robe, about 6'4". I started to stir and I sat up in bed, and the thing turned and looked at me. It was extremely pale with white skin. Its face looked like it was melting. It had a pointy chin, almost looking like a scream mask. Its mouth was hanging open and its eyes were wide. I've never been more scared in my life. Now listen, I've talked about the Boogeyman before. When I was a kid, I always had something watching me sleeping. My mom always said, "Oh, it's your guardian angel," but did not look like any angel I've ever seen. Now the idea of the Boogeyman has been around since the 1700s. Now he's had many different names in many different countries, but all of these figures resemble the Boogeyman. In Spain, he's called the Sack Man. In Mexico, he's called Roba Chicos, which translates to child stealer. In Egypt, they call him Al Baba. And in Canada, he's called Yukon. Now the stories of the Boogeyman aren't just that he watches you sleep. In some cases, he kills you. This is what inspired the character of Freddy Krueger, the killer who kills kids in their sleep. How's this for a wet dream? Now over the years, there have been tons of cases where kids have been taken in the middle of the night. They've been taken with no proof of a break-in, no DNA anywhere, and no bodies found. And a lot of people think that maybe it was a Boogeyman. Because how else is there no evidence? Now there's one case that happened 2 decades ago that a lot of people think was supernatural. A young girl named Mary Lozano was taken in the middle of the night. There was no ransom note, no body, and no killer found. The scariest part is that when she was taken, her 3 brothers were asleep next to her in bed. So the fact that they didn't wake up is very confusing. It means whatever took her was fast and quiet and did not leave any evidence. All right, now let's go into something a little less terrifying. We're going to be talking about some of the myths involving food. Now I'm sure when you were a kid you heard a lot of different myths. Pop rocks and soda will make your stomach explode. Eating bananas and Sprite will make you vomit until you die. Basically a lot of myths just saying that if you eat too much of a certain thing, your stomach will explode. Ugh, sorry about that. That clip is intense. It's also fucking me. Alright, first let's talk about the myth that if you chew gum and swallow it, it'll stay in your body for 7 years, and it could lead to death. Now this is something that a lot of people believe.
I think when you swallow your gum, it takes about 7 years to be digested.
And I'm gonna be honest, this is something I've believed my whole life. I think I've maybe swallowed gum once, and I remember looking at my poop like every day being like, where's that gum? But this is just a myth. Just listen to what this nurse says.
There's nothing bad that will happen to you as a result of swallowing the gum. You won't digest it, but your stomach and your intestines will move it along and out, and it will just come out when you have a bowel movement in a day or 2.
Now listen, swallowing gum once in a while is not going to kill you, but eating too much of anything could. In 2011, a UK teenager named Samantha Jenkins died because of an obsession she had with chewing and swallowing gum. Now, her death was deemed malnutrition because she had a lack of calcium and magnesium that triggered brain swelling, and that killed her. Now, because of the amount of gum she was chewing and swallowing, it made it almost impossible for her body to absorb nutrients. When they were doing the autopsy, they found 4 to 5 large lumps of gum in her body. That is fucking awful and very, very heartbreaking, and just proves that any type of an addiction can ultimately hurt you. I know that I literally have about 500,000 Diet Cokes a day. That's gonna kill me. Now, before we move on to the next myth, I was thinking maybe I would try out these food myths. So here we go. Let's see what happens when I swallow too much gum. All right, I have Hubba Bubba, which I feel like will kill me. This is gum that I wasn't even allowed to have when I was a kid, and I was huge. But my mom was like, nah, fam. You can have McDonald's all you want, but we ain't fucking with Hubba Bubba. Oh my God. That's fun. Oh, the smell is very intense. But honestly, if that's what my insides will smell like, it's an upgrade. All right, so I'm just gonna take this. That's so much gum. Why can't I blow a bubble? Fuck! Alright, fuck it, we're swallowing it. Alright. I'm kinda scared. I don't think I've swallowed gum since I was a kid. And my poops are already fucked. Like, my ass is already clogged. Alright, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. I'm scared. Hold on, let me get a drink. Alright, I'm just gonna, like, swallow it like it's a pill. 1, 2, 3. It feels like it's right here. I don't know how to move it. What if this is what kills me? Like all the crazy shit I've done, blow torches, deep frying Barbie dolls, and this is what's gonna kill me? All right, well, I'll let you know in 7 years if I poop it out. All right, this next one is about watermelons. Now, I have heard this since I was a little kid, and that's if you swallow the black seeds, they will grow in your stomach and turn into watermelons and kill you. Now, I don't have a clip of somebody growing a watermelon in their stomach because it doesn't fucking happen. But I do have this clip from my movie I directed, Not Cool. And basically, in the clip, she hides a watermelon in her stomach and, well, check it out.
Better late than never, I guess.
You have a nice day, man.
Yeah, very fucking disturbing. You're welcome. If you want to see my movie Not Cool, shameless promotion, it's on Netflix. All right, back to the myth. Now, obviously, it's not possible to grow a watermelon inside of your stomach. But there is a story of a man who started growing a tree. Just watch.
Doctors in Russia performing surgery for suspected cancer found something else inside a man. Listen to this story. They spotted a fir tree growing inside a human lung. The tree, measuring nearly 2 inches, was discovered when surgeons opened up a 28-year-old man to remove what they thought was a tumor. Now, no one knows how that tree grew.
Just imagine if that would have kept growing and then it would have like busted through his stomach. Now, even though we know it's probably not going to do anything, I still want to try it out. Let's go swallow the black watermelon seeds. All right, here we go. I don't think I've ever cut a watermelon in my life. If the watermelon seeds don't kill me, trying to cut it with this huge fucking knife will. All right, so I guess I'll just... I wonder if that's what it feels like to cut open a head. Very satisfying. All right. Okay, I see a few black seeds. This is really weird. I've literally never tried these. Do I just like swallow them? It has a consistency of fingernails, which, by the way, don't swallow. Okay, swallowed 3 seeds. Let's see what happens. I'm kidding, I'm fine. Now, the last myth involving food is something that I'm sure you have heard forever. If you eat, do not go swimming. Wait 30 minutes. Now, the theory is that if you eat a big meal and then go swimming, your whole body will cramp up and then you'll drown and you'll die. Now, doctors have said that's not true. There's a chance you could get like a minor cramp, but definitely nothing that's going to kill you. But let's see if they're right. Okay, I'm going to make one of my favorite things ever, which is a rice cake with some almond butter on it. I love pretending to be healthy. All right, I'm gonna finish this, and then we're gonna go swimming. All right, I'm in the pool. I feel fine. I'm moving around. I'm not getting a Ooh, actually, you know what? Actually, I am kind of getting a stomach cramp, but that might just be because I'm out of shape. Yeah, so I feel fine. Also, so much judgment. All right, now this next myth we're gonna talk about is very fucking scary to me. And that's because it involves fucking clowns. Now, I'm sure you've heard of this legend. It's called the clown statue. Now, here's how the story goes. About 20 years ago, there was a girl babysitting for a family. In the owner's house was a creepy clown statue that was watching her the whole time. She thought this was incredibly weird, but she wasn't gonna judge. They were paying her to do a job. Well, then she felt like the clown was staring at her. So she decided to touch it and see if it was real. Then she gets a phone call from the owner, and she tells them how creeped out she is of that clown statue.
I love your new house, but the clown in my room. No offense, but I hate it.
Oh God, which one now?
The big one.
Which one?
You know, the really big one.
I'm not sure which one you mean.
The one that sits in the chair. You know, it's life-size. The really, really big one. You have him propped up in that rocking chair.
And then the owner tells her this.
We don't own anything like that.
Yeah, you do. I'm looking right at it.
Tabitha.
And there's many different endings to that story. Some people say that the girl dies. Some people say that she just ran out of the house. Either way, it involved a big fucking creepy ass clown, and it made people terrified of clowns for years. Now, supposedly there's never been a clown statue that has killed somebody, but there has been a clown statue that might have tried. In 1992, a Ronald McDonald clown statue reportedly fell on top of a 6-year-old girl and cut off her finger. Now, obviously, it just fell. It wasn't like the statue came alive. But, I mean, listen, Ronald McDonald's fucking creepy as fuck. You've probably never seen these, but these are some old-ass commercials of Ronald, and they are terrifying.
Ah, here they are. Triple thick McDonald's shakes. Why, they're empty. Say, you sure can get a lot in these bags, can't you?
What? Listen, I know the joke is that the kid ate the stuff inside the bag, but him being like, there's a lot of room in there. And don't get me started on this next one.
Mom told me never to talk to strangers.
Well, your mother's right as always, but I'm Ronald McDonald. Give me a McDonald's shake.
But you're no stranger. You really are Ronald McDonald.
He's Ronald McDonald.
I'm not even gonna... just... What? Alright, this is gonna move us to our last topic, which is things hiding in sewers. Now, I'm sure when you were a kid, you remember hearing stories about snakes or spiders or crocodiles hiding in your toilet, waiting for you to sit down so it could attack. And I know you're expecting me to say, well, those aren't real, but they are. First, let's start with alligators, who have been known to live in sewers. Yeah, fucking alligator in a sewer. And that's not even the scariest one. Watch this. I know, terrifying. Now, technically an alligator can't like swim up to your toilet, but you know what can? Snakes.
Little Isaac was going to the restroom yesterday morning and he found something unusual.
I found this big clump, and I knew it was a snake.
Yeah, fucking terrifying. Just watch what it looks like when a plumber tries to get the snake out.
Oh my goodness! I told you it's big.
He is a monster. He's a monster.
Yeah.
Now the snake thing happens a lot, but you know what happens even more? Rats.
There it is.
And it just keeps getting worse.
That is unbelievable. Check out. Oh shit! Oh shit! He's out!
It got out! Now there are tons of videos online of rats and snakes and all different types of animals crawling up the sewer system, going into your fucking ass. But the one video that I've seen that destroyed me is this video of a spider. Bye! I'm done. Goodbye. Now, some people say that video's fake. I've seen a lot of different websites claim it's real and some claim it's fake. I don't give a fuck. That is enough for me to never use a toilet in public. But either way, at least we know there won't be clowns in there. Snakes I can handle. Fucking creepy ass clowns, no. Well, there you guys go. Those were just some of the scariest childhood myths that I remember. Let me know down in the comments which ones you remember, and if you remembered any of these. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and you want more creepy myth videos. I kind of want to do teenage myths next. I mean, there's ones about masturbating so much that you'll grow hair on your palms. There's also a myth that if you leave a tampon in too long, it will make your hands fall off. So if you want that, give me a thumbs up and let me know. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel right down below and hit the notification bell because I make new videos every day. And if you want to see all my other creepy videos, I did one where I summoned a demon in my bathroom and I talked about a lot of TV show conspiracy theories, including 13 Reasons Why. So I will leave a link to a playlist right at the top of the description below. Alright, you guys, keep your eyes open at night